Is JPP and USD. So let's start from the weekly time frame and see what we have on the weekly time frame. So in the weekly time frame, we have a strong bearish momentum right now. As we see here, we have a previous resistance from that price get rejected and then go all the way down. It also break this previous support as well. So here we have another level. So it this previous support now turned to be a good resistance. As we see from the last 4 to 5 weeks, price is just hovering around this zone as and unable to break this zone in the high side. So let's see how price behave in this region and then we look for the trade option accordingly. So let's move down to the daily time frame and see what we have on the daily time frame. So in the daily time frame, we have almost the same structure that we discussed on the weekly time frame. This was a previous support now turned to be a good resistance. Also we see this move in the high side. So this move in the high side above this zone, it could consider as a fake out move. Because if price break this zone in the high side, then it should continue in the high side, but price just break the zone in the high side and then all the way down. So this move considered to be a fake out move. So right now price is just at the strong level of support here. So until unless price unable to break the zone in the downside, we cannot look for the sell option. Also we have a strong level of resistance in the high side as well. So let's see how price behave in this region. Let's move down to the daily H4 time for frame and see. So we have almost the same structure on the H4 time frame as well. On the Friday, we see a bullish momentum for the JPP USD pair, and then price go all the way up and retest this level, and then we have a bearish momentum again. So once price break this zone in the high in the downside, then we have a clean traffic towards 1.28500 400, and once price break this support in the downside, then we have a free fall towards 1.27. So we have to wait for the price to break this zone in the downside, then we can look for any trade option, especially sell option, because as we see that in the high side here we see price is going down with making lower lows and lower highs. So we have to wait for the price for another low low. So once price make another low low, and then it would break this support as well. This is not h4 support, this is also weekly and daily support. So we have to be very conscious while trading at this zone. Also in the coming week, in the fundamental prospect, next week promises to be a loaded week for USD pairs. The emphasis of this piece is on the GBP USD. This past week, the pair came under pressure from the risk aversion that swept the market on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday's slight gains were mostly due to sellers unwinding some positions as they cautiously prepare for the slew of economic data that will be released next week. Kicking off the show will be the US election on Tuesday. This is bound to generate a lot of volatility, especially with the real possibility of stalemate. US President Donald Trump had hinted at a possible contest of result in the court in the first debate, and the stalemate could mean trigger a flight to safety, a USD positive situation. Next week will be interest rate decision of the Federal Reserve as well as Bank of England. On the UK side of equation, it will be a question of whether the Bank of England will implement the much anticipated negative rates or at least show some indication that this may be a future consideration. This could be a JPP negative. So let's see how this fundamental play a part with this technical. So our bias is bearish for JPP USD, and we look for the sell option once price break this strong level of support. So this is all we have for this pair. Thanks.